Hi everyone, Janie here, and today I'm going to be making a few cards and showing you 3 ways to use this one die set from InLoveArts. This set is called Polygonal Mosaic Background Cutting Dies, and it has so many possibilities, including using the squares and triangles on their own without the border to put them in. I'm also going to be using this beautiful Bible with Flowers cutting die set from InLoveArts, which is not only perfect for sympathy cards, but would also be great for Easter or any inspirational card. The cards I'm going to be making are 5.5 inches square, and that's really easy to do by cutting a piece of 8.5 by 11 inch cardstock down to 5.5 by 11 inches, and then you can either fold it in half or put it on your scoreboard with the 5.5 inches down the side and the 11 inches across the top, and scoring that in half at 5.5 inches. I'm going to be using this piece of gold foil cardstock as the bottom layer, but before I do that, I'm going to use my Sizzix Big Shot Switch Plus to die cut the main piece out of the center of it so that I'm not wasting anything, because no one's going to see it anyway once things are layered. Next, I'm going to be using these beautiful glitter papers that I printed out on photo paper because I wanted it to be shiny, because in one of my other videos where I used a similar cutting die set, somebody had mentioned that it would make a great stained glass window, and so that's kind of the look I'm going for with this card. And this glitter paper is from a printable pack that I created, and I gave some away in my 10-year anniversary giveaway that I just had. And if you'd like a chance to win my printable glitter paper pack, you should keep watching my videos, because you never know when I'm going to have another giveaway. By the way, I printed this out small because that's all I needed, but you can always print it out larger. And now I'm using some scrap textured cardstock from Coordinations that I've had in my stash because I thought that would look really nice for the Bible. If I knew where my faux leather was, I might have tried cutting it out with that. These cutting dies seem to cut easily through a variety of things without any problem, and I really like that. I also like that they emboss the details into it as well. Next, I'm using a scrap of pearl linen cardstock to cut out the flowers and the leaves, and I thought that would look really pretty, you know, a little bit elegant. And of course, I'll be doing a little coloring to them as well. I really do love how easily these cut, and like I said before, I love that they not only die cut, but they also emboss the details. So as I said, I'm going to be doing a little coloring on these, and I'm using my Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers. And I even did a little coloring on the Bible to add some shading. And now it's time to start layering everything together, and I'm using my Beacon 3-in-1 glue to do that. And then I will add in the die cut pieces, giving it that stained glass look that I was going for. So what do you think? Did it work? So here I'm just showing you that I'm using a scrap piece of that gold foil cardstock to stick behind the Bible and show through the cross, because I thought that was really pretty. And for the flowers, I'm adding 3D foam squares to the back of them so that they pop up over the Bible and add a little dimension. And now it's time to add all of that to the front of the card. So while you're watching me do that, I thought I would just point out that there are so many ways to use that background die set, and what I'm showing you today on this card and the other 2 that I'm going to be showing you, those are just a few ideas. And you can even use it to make a shaker card. And you don't have to make it a 5.5 inch square card like I'm using. You can make it smaller, like a 4.5 inch square card. There are just so many ways to decorate this too. I really love that Bible cutting die set, so I had to use that on this card, and I think I'm going to use this for a sympathy card. But I think that Bible set would be great for other occasions as well. And here's my finished card, and I added this gold foil sticker that says Blessings. And you will notice that it is kind of at an angle, and that's because when I was lining it up, it just stuck and I couldn't lift it back up to change the position. So it is what it is, but you know what? The Bible is at an angle and the flowers are over here, so maybe it doesn't look so bad. But I just think it's beautiful, And I think that glitter paper printed on the photo paper looks so beautiful with the gold and the black. But there it is, and I really am so happy with how it turned out, and I would love to know what you think below in the comments. For this next card, I did the same thing as I did for the first card. So I cut this piece out of the center of what is going to be the back layer. And I'm going to be using this really pretty pink for the next layer, which will go right on top of that. And I'm going to be using one of these. So my friend Melinda Davis has the most gorgeous printable papers that she sells. They're just stunning. And these two are from the pink lace package. And I just love them. I mean, look at that. It looks dimensional. It's just fabulous. I love it. And this one is so pretty too. And I printed them both out because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use, but I think I'm going to go with this one. And whereas last time I cut out all the little pieces and placed them in there, this time I'm not doing that. This time I'm going to be gluing this right over the top of the pattern paper, and I'm going to glue it on before I trim the paper down to the right size because I want to get that flower right there in that square. So I'm going to go glue this on, trim it down, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've got that glued on there and got it trimmed down, and I glued that on with my Beacon 3-in-1 glue. And I forgot to tell you, but the white that I'm using is this white shimmer cardstock from Michaels. It's Recollections. And I also want to tell you that all of the pieces that were cut out of that white shimmer paper, I did not throw them away because I'm going to show you how I use them on my next card. And here it is. So another way to use that die set, and it was so simple to just cut out that piece and adhere it to the beautiful patterned paper. And to finish this card, I used this precious ballerina that is also from Melinda Davis's website that I'll have a link below in the description box for you. And I had a hard time, can you tell? I printed it out a few times and cut it with different dies, and I finally decided on this oval to put on there. And I printed this on the same white shimmer cardstock that I got from Michaels. And I added pearls on the corners. I almost added pearls all the way around. Trust me, that was really tempting, and if I do this again, I might just do that. But I just think this is so precious. I love the way it turned out. And the pink of her tutu is the exact same color pink as the pink lace paper that I got from Melinda. But I just love it. So that is another way to use that die without having to put in a bunch of little pieces on it. Okay, and for this card, just like the other two, I cut this piece out of what is going to be the back layer. And I want to point out that I'm not throwing away these leftover pieces, because even if I don't use them with this die, I can use these on other cards in other ways. So they're not trash in any way. Always save things like this. And these are the leftover pieces from the last card, and I'm going to use them with this one. So I've already got the main layers glued together, and now I'm going to glue the shapes into their places to finish the card. Okay, so this card is finished other than being decorated, and all of these pieces were the pieces that were cut out of this one. So they didn't go to waste at all. And actually, I think I want to do this card this direction. So I want you to see that I've been doing them that way, but you can turn this any direction that you want. And so now you've seen how to do two cards that didn't even use these centerpieces at all. Let me move this down, see if I can get it all on screen here. So these two cards only used that outer frame and not the inner pieces. And then you saw this one, I'll move that over, and this one used all of it. So there's just different ways that you can use that cutting die set. And like I said, I'm going to be using those leftover gold pieces from this one in, other projects on other cards and things. But I just wanted you to see how, you can use it in more than one way. And also, I haven't finished this one yet because I want to make this one either a wedding card or an anniversary card. And as most of you know, most of my craft supplies are still in storage. So this one is going to wait. But I really love how these two turned out so much. And I would love to know your thoughts below in the comments. Well, I know I said I wasn't going to finish this card and that I had other plans for it, but then I remembered I have my Prima Marketing Christmas sparkle flowers and chipboard stickers and decided to make this a beautiful Christmas card, and I am so happy that I did. If you're interested in the dies that I used from InLoveArts, I'll have links to those below in the description box, as well as a 25% off discount code should you decide to shop there. And if you like that beautiful pink lace paper or the ballerina image, I'll also have a link to Melinda Davis's shop and YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for stopping by, and happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.